Hello everyone and welcome to our today's tutorial where we shall look at cash purchases, and our first cash purchase transaction was performed on November 10th, and 9 mountain bike tires were purchased each at 350, and the transaction was paid by cash. And our second cash purchase transaction was performed on November 12th, whereby 100 ordinary bicycle tires were purchased from Shanghai Cycles, each at 160, and the transaction was paid by check. So let's dive into it and record these two transactions. Before we continue, make sure you click the like button, you subscribe to our channel, and you click the bell to get notifications. To record cash purchases, we first enter them as bills, then we proceed to pay the bills. So the first step is to receive stock, and you receive stock with bill, because remember that this transaction will have an increase in our stock items. So our first item is mountain bike tires. So we come where we have items and select mountain bike tires. Remember that we are on items and not expenses. So we are on items. So our first item is mountain bike tires, and we purchased 9 mountain bike tires. So where we have quantity, you indicate 9, and where we have rate, you indicate the rate, and our rate was not 360, our rate was 350. So we change that to 350. Then we change the VAT to exempt. So we change our VAT to exempt. Then this transaction has no supplier. So if you are recording a bill without a supplier, you just come where we have supplier and select the purchases account. If you don't have this purchases account, you just add new, then the name of the account, you write purchases. That one will track all our purchases. So you can confirm whether everything is okay. The date is not okay. The date was 9th November. So we change this to 9th November. 9th November. So our date is okay, the item is okay, the quantity is okay, and the cost is also okay. So we proceed to save that. We confirm to this by clicking yes, and our transaction has been saved. So let's record the second transaction, and we come where we have received stock. We receive stock with bill. Then our second item is ordinary tires, ordinary bicycle tires. Then the quantity was 100. Then the rate was 160 and not 180. So we change this to 160. Then the VAT, we also change the VAT to exempt. Then the supplier was Shanghai Cycles, and Shanghai Cycles is not in our supplier list, so we add new supplier. So we click add new. The supplier name is Shanghai Cycles. Then we click OK to save our supplier. Then we change the date to 12th November. So we can confirm whether everything is okay. Our supply is okay. The date is okay, November 12th. The item is okay, ordinary tires, ordinary bicycle tires. Then the quantity is 100 and the rate is 160. The VAT is exempt. So everything is okay. We save that transaction. We confirm to this pop-up by clicking yes. And now we are done with the first step. Now in that step, we have entered our cash purchases as bills. So now the next step is to proceed to pay those bills using the respective accounts, either cash or check. So before we proceed, we can check our balances so that we can confirm whether after paying our balances will decrease. So our bank balance is negative 2,752,785. Then our cash account balance is 173,230. So now let's proceed to pay our bills. So we click on pay bills. Then we come to select the bill that we want to pay. Remember that these are cash purchases and we have recorded two transactions. One for purchases and the other one for Shanghai cycles. So let's first pay this bill. We select that bill. Then we come to the method of payment. This transaction that was performed on November 9th was paid by cash. So where we have method, we select cash. And where we have the account, we also select cash. Then we change the date to November 9th. So this transaction was performed on November 9th. Then we proceed to pay the selected bill. So this bill that we have entered that was performed on November 19th, the bill was paid by cash. That's why for the method we have selected cash, and for the account we have selected cash. So we click pay selected bills. We confirm to this by clicking yes. And now our bill has been paid using our cash account. So our previous cash account balance was 173,230, but after paying, our new balance is 170 and 80 shillings, meaning that our cash purchase has been transacted successfully because we can see that cash has been deducted from our cash account. So let's proceed and record our second cash purchases where we shall pay the bill using a check, and we are paying the bill to Shanghai cycles. So we select the bill, we select the payment method to check, and also the account to bank. Then we change the date to 12th November. So we change the date to 12th November. So everything is okay. The bill that we want to pay is okay. The payment method is okay, check. Then the account where the money will be deducted is okay. It will be deducted from the bank and the date is okay. So we click pay selected bill, pay our bill. Then we click OK, not to indicate the check number. Then we confirm to this by clicking yes. And our transaction has been recorded successfully. Our previous bank account balance was 2,752,785, and now our new balance is 2,768,785, meaning that money has been deducted from our bank account. So that is how we record cash purchases, either paid by cash or paid by check. Let's meet in our next tutorial. This is DevCode Tutors.